Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I have another story for you. By the way, my stories are real. They are not fake. These stories are based on real experiences. And today is actually an encounter. And from this encounter, I would wish you to think about this question. Is wisdom learned or earned? On one evening, I was just taking my walk and I met one lady sitting along the pathway on a bench. She had walked for some time and she was resting. And when I approached her, asked her if I could sit for a moment with her, she told me, sure, you can. By the way, I always like tapping the wisdom of our seniors. So when I sat next to her, we started a conversation, just a normal conversation. Who are you? What's your name? Where do you live? What's up? It was a very normal conversation. And I told her a little bit of myself and what I do. And she also told me about herself, a little bit of herself and what she was up to. There is something that she opened to me about that I have never forgotten even today. And that is why I am sharing this encounter. We sat together for about half an hour as people walked to and fro, taking their walks. It's like we did not even notice them because our conversation was very deep. And she started going deeper about the issues, big decisions that she has to make at that point of her age. She was quite advanced in age. And she was at that time in her life that she wanted to make a decision whether to continue living at home and get some home care or move to assisted living, for her strength and abilities were dwindling and she could not manage to live any longer without being assisted due to her age. And so our conversation turned around and I told her it's a very wise decision, but take your time as much as you can so that you can make the right decision. And before we parted ways, I asked her a question. And I asked her, now that you're at this point of your life, when you have to make a decision to give up your home, your possessions, and all that you have, so that you can come and live in assisted living, what have you learned along your journey of life? When I asked her that question, she paused a moment, she smiled, and she told me that at her age, she has learned so much and so many things. But she can make a summary of all that. In her own wisdom and her own conclusion of the things that she has learned about life is that when you find and you meet that person along your path of life that needs your help and you help that person, you have accomplished that one duty that you were assigned when you are given the life that you have today. Help that one person in life when and if you meet such. You might have an opportunity to help only one. That is enough. You might have an opportunity to help many. That's also fine. In conclusion, somehow I agree with her. Helping is one big mission that you and I have been assigned to do. It does not matter who you help, but if you come across one person along your journey of life that needs your help and you are able to help that person, do not hesitate to do that. Why am I saying this? It's because it's common knowledge that when we are born, someone takes care of us until we are of age to take care of ourselves. When we are blessed with many, many years in our older age, when we become frail and old, and we need help from others, it is common knowledge that that help comes from others so that we can manage during our days of old age until they are over. So helping one big mission, and we must accomplish it, or we should accomplish it when we have the opportunity to do that. Thank you so much, my viewers, for listening. I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye for now.